There are a few of us in the Coco office, yes, that are thinking of buying new cars, right? But dang it, is it even the most stressful shopping experience, even walking in the door. It is. So we want to show you how to shop smart and save money. That's why we're so glad to get time with co-founder of Car Edge, Ray Shefska. Here's what we learned.
Ray, this is a very important topic, so I'm so excited to be talking with you today. So let's just jump right in. Why is there such a big gap between the car prices we see being advertised and what we actually end up paying in the end?
Well, there's a number of reasons. There are fees that have to be collected as part of the selling price of a car. State fees for sales tax, title, registration. But there are other fees that dealers try to charge that, well, you need to be made aware of. For instance, there's a processing or documentary fee that dealers charge that is just entirely a profit center. There's no cost associated with those fees. And in many cases, we see doc fees being anywhere from $85 in California, where it's capped, to we've seen as high as $1,499 in Florida. And whatever it is, that's just pure profit. And oftentimes we see dealers charging fees for reconditioning on a used car. Well, that's baked into the price. That shouldn't be a separate line item. There are fees for nitrogen tire fill or window tint or the paint and fabric protection. If that wasn't advertised in the price, that could end up adding thousands of dollars between the time you saw that price and the time you got the final quote.
Right, so those are those hidden fees and add-ons that we need to be looking out for. What about this dealer transparency index? What is that and why does that matter?
Well, the dealer transparency index is something that we came up at Car Edge. Last July, we started a program where we use AI agents to actually negotiate anonymously on behalf of customers. And through those AI agents, we're able to get our hands on the out-the-door quotes that dealerships provide us. And if the price that they're asking online doesn't match the price that's part of the out-the-door quote, well, that to us indicates that they're not being as transparent as they should be. So as a customer, I would think you would want to do business with a dealership that is going to be as transparent with you as they possibly can be, as opposed to one of those dealerships that will advertise an artificially low price and then suddenly that price grows by thousands of dollars because they didn't tell you about the fees that they were going to add to the vehicle.
Okay, let's say we're ready to buy a car. What are the 3 things we need to ask for when we walk into a dealership?
Well, before you walk into the dealership, you need to ask the dealership for a detailed out-the-door quote for the vehicle. You know from having seen that vehicle listed online what allegedly they're selling it for. But now you want to get a total breakdown of all costs associated with that vehicle. Whatever the doc fee is, whatever the sales tax and title and registration fees, or any of those other hidden fees that we talked about. We want to know what that total price is before we ever walk into the dealership. And then once you have that price, before you go to the dealership, you want to get pre-approved for your car loan from your local credit union or bank so that you know what to expect as far as interest rates that you should be charged. And if the dealership tries to charge you a higher interest rate than what you already have, then you can share that information with the dealer. And if you have a trade-in, you need to utilize some online shopping tools to get some offers for your trade-in so you have an idea as to what its actual value is prior to ever setting foot into the dealership.
Oh, these are great tips. Ray, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm ready to go buy a new car. I'll let you know where I end up.
I'm ready to help you.
Car Edge can help you when it's time to buy a car and break down the ways you can protect yourself from overpaying at a dealership. For info and more tips, go to caredge.com.